Today we have a story about fireworks, people mooning the wedding planner, and EMS showing up on site to a wedding down in Mexico. Today I have Kelsey of Kelsey Timberlake Events with us, sharing a behind-the-scenes story of some things that happened at a recent wedding she did. And just to note, Kelsey is an amazing wedding planner based out of Portland, Oregon, but travels all over the world.
So we had a big wedding in Mexico, and obviously the week leading up to international travel is crazy. You're getting things ready for customs, things are coming in from the US. My team's traveling with certain pieces too. So just so many moving pieces, checklists, all the things. About 2 weeks prior, we thought, okay, we knew we were going to do fireworks as the band's last send-off to really shut down that bar, close down that party, and send people back to their rooms and saying you're like no longer our problem. The venue sends us over all of these like a la carte options for fireworks, and I finally say, fuck it. I just want like your biggest show. What does that look like? Just lay it on me, because I don't care about all these a la carte options. Just tell me what I get. I want the biggest bang. Pun intended. So she says, yes, it's basically our longest production, which is 3 minutes over the water. And I said, perfect. I'll line the band up with an estimated 3-minute song, work with the client on that, and that's going to be our closing piece. Shut us down, party's over, and we get everybody back on the shuttles to their hotel rooms on the venue property. My team and I, we always say there are just 3 parts to an event. And that third part is a very different person than when you were talking to in part 1. So you kind of have like the sober introduction, you have the tipsy person, and then you have someone that you've never met.
The 3 stages of guests at a wedding.
Yeah, and it's fun because we're watching like the whole thing unfold, and we also like love being kind of the ones on standby. And we get through reception, dinner's a blast, and really when that dance floor sets off, the churros are turning, people are just having the time of their life. The alcohol's flowing, You're in Mexico. There's no such thing as too much tequila. And all of a sudden, I see this group of individuals come down the boardwalk, and I can see they're headed straight for our party. So I was like, oh, this group's determined. They are so drunk, I can tell from a mile away, and they are going to crash this party, and I'm going to be the reason they don't. I actually love this hat that I wear because I kind of get to go into like a different role. And I kind of gear up my team like, hey, they're not going to get past me. We don't need to call anybody in until they really think they're gonna get past me.
Kelsey the bouncer.
Oh yeah. I think in a former life I was definitely the DJ bouncer. So here they come. One of the women, she says, we're going to that party. And I said, oh, this party? So you can't go to this party, but we could totally get you to another party. It just isn't gonna be this one tonight. And then her best friend pops into the scene and goes, fuck you, we're going to this party. And I said, oh gosh, thank you so much for coming, but you actually aren't going to go to this party, but it sounds like you've just come from one and you need to continue the fun and keep walking. And she starts waving her drink around in her to-go cup, and she goes, you've got another thing coming for you. So I said, awesome. So then one of the male individuals pops out from the background and says, yeah, we're going to walk right by you right now, and we're going to go dance on that dance floor. And I said, you are welcome to try, but I promise when you get about 10 yards, there's going to be about 10 individuals that make their way from this black tent that will prevent you from going to this party. So I think it's in your best interest to stop with me. And he says, well, fuck you, lady. I said, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And he turns around and he moons me, and they all start mooning. So they all pull down their pants and they're mooning me, and the
Is your
dance
team with you right now?
Oh yeah. My team is so awesome. They're so hilarious. They're so fun. And nothing was happening. So it wasn't like we were toying with the line of safety at this point. This was a group of drunk individuals, got cocky. I'm sober. So I look like really not the fun train. And so no harm, no foul at this point. Meanwhile, luckily the band's really good, guests are entertained, and then all of a sudden they start going up the Coast Guard ladder, and the venue staff just truly pummels them. Like, absolutely not. You see about 4 people shoot up the ladder, getting the people down, and I think, oh shit, I'm 2 minutes away from cueing our firework production with our band. So I'm going to send my team to the band, make sure we're communicating with that last 3-minute song. And then I'm also going to make sure that with Vidanta, we're ready to rock, because they're going to send off our fireworks over the water. And all of a sudden, these 2 wedding guests are having speed races behind us. So kind of like just running like, I would say probably 10, 20 yards, just like sprint races.
See who's faster?
Basically to see who was faster. And so my associate, Sarah, she turns around.
And they're not sober.
oh, furthest thing from sober.
So drunk and trying to run really fast.
Yeah, and I was like, this is kind of
That's
funny.
perfect.
I mean, I've had way worse at events. So I was like, yeah, cool, see as fast as you can go. Well, funny enough, Sarah turns around and she said, point blank, gosh, I just don't think that's the best idea. Molly turns around and she goes, yeah, I don't really mix that concept with alcohol. And in my head, I'm like, whatever, they're just doing sprint races. Who cares? So probably 30 seconds later, we're standing there. We're about that 1 minute window out from cueing fireworks and the band to like send it for the last song.
Yeah.
I turn around, I like have this double take, and one of the racers has fallen to the sand, fully unconscious. And I'm like, what? It happened so fast. And I turn around, I look at Molly, I look at Sarah. Our other associate, Liz, is kind of close to the band. And I thought, no, we're going to run it. We got to run it at the same time because this is going to go south really quick.
We got to run it, as in you got to take care of this guy and cue fireworks.
Yes. I look at Molly. I say, Molly, build the wall. Do not turn around everything. We're going to send the band. We're going to send the fireworks. And boom, probably 20 seconds later, both things are going off. And I know I have 3 minutes in my possession because I knew I scheduled this king show for 3 minutes. So fireworks send off, the band's playing. I knew I had the time. At this point, we probably have 12 people deep that have built this wall in front of this individual who's passed out. In that 3 minutes, sirens are coming on site. Not a single guest on that dance floor has turned around to even know what's happening because it is so loud. The speakers, the fireworks, everybody's enthralled. They're also wasted, maybe drugs, who knows? Not here to judge. As this is happening, we have people truly doing CPR. He's unconscious. Quickly, they get him conscious again and start giving him water. He comes back to life, truly, and he's sitting in this chair. His fiance is bawling, rightfully so. Long story short, we're closing in on probably a minute, maybe 30 seconds left in this fireworks show. And in that 3 minutes, the race happened. He falls, performs CPR. He's conscious again. He's sitting in a chair, fully watered, hydrated, everything. We get him off to the side. Medical staff disappears and stands off to the side, kind of blends in. Fireworks show is over. The guests literally start walking to the shuttles, and we use the butler line that we were actually using as the like, cover this so that no one sees what's happening or comes over that's unwelcome.
Yeah.
We pretend it's like a butler wall as we are escorting people to their shuttles like we're super bougie and have this like completely formed. And so people are like having the time of their lives. We truly load the last shuttle. There was 134 guests in attendance of this wedding, including the couple, passes the guy in this send-off tunnel. We load him on the shuttle. And no one knew it happened.
And you're thinking, I just want to go back to Mexico for another wedding and deal with crazy people on the beach. At least there was sand for him to fall on.
Oh, I mean, I think so many things. So grateful for the venue and their response time. I'll never take that for granted when, we need to take something seriously. And then, people. I mean, people are unbelievable. Just really putting on that face to take care of the client and the experience and to not panic in those moments and to leave that to professionals. But also to be support. When fires are truly happening behind us, it's our job to stay calm, cool, and collected. And it's a total art. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It was crazy for me to not want to turn around 100 times to see what the medical staff was doing because, of course, I was concerned and curious. But at the same time, I knew that, panic creates panic. And so our team is so awesome that way and equipped. And we just had to stay kind of in that front and stay facing forward with smiles. And all of a sudden we had an exit line.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's wild. Yeah. So I would say the Mooners actually put me in the right position to be at the right place at the right time. And had I not seen their asses, I don't think I would have been in that area to really attend to what was happening. So I kind of look at it as like a blessing in disguise. I appreciate these people coming along to crash the party that they didn't, get to go to. But in hindsight, they actually put me right where I needed to be with my team. Otherwise, I don't know that we would have been there. Yeah, so here we are.
So hopefully if you watch this, this isn't like an educational video. It's more like, hey, here's the story. Kelsey definitely gleaned some lessons. And just so you know, there's probably a lot of stuff that happened at your wedding that you don't know happened.
Yes, that is true. And it all carries on.
We hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you're curious to learn more about Kelsey, you can go check out her site at
KelseyTimberlake.com. That's where you'll find me. Can't miss it. And I'm not related to Justin.
As you can see, Kelsey is an extraordinary wedding planner, travels all over the world with her team to put on amazing events for her clients. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.